Hi, I'm Eric White. I'm a real estate investor, and as of right now, I'm worth over $4 million. Sounds like a lot, and it is, but less than 10 years ago, I was worth zero. How did I get here? And more importantly, how can you get here? It was a process, a journey with a lot of ups and downs. But during that time, I developed a way to look at investments, and I'm going to show you how to. This is the heart of everything I do. It's my grand unified theory of investing. It's an overview of how I approach new investments and make sure I always think critically about how I grow my money. When I think about investing, I think of return. Return on investment, ROI. If I have $100,000 to invest somewhere, I'm going to send those dollars away in the hopes of getting my $100,000 back plus some additional on top. There are different places to invest your money. You can invest in yourself. You can put it in a bank account. You can put it in real estate. Start a new business venture, stocks, bonds, retirement accounts. You can even lend it out. You can put it all on black at the roulette table in Vegas. You could even think of buying food as an investment, and your return will be continuing to survive. If I have a set amount of money or time to invest, I want to put it in the best investment possible. What earns the best return? So how do I decide what is the best investment? I look at these 4 points: risk, effort, time frame, and enjoyment. The point here is that you spend as much time as possible analyzing these different aspects and make the best choices based on the position that you are in. When you're first thinking about where to invest, you have to consider risk. If I have two investments in front of me that are identical, you want to take the one with the lower risk. For example, if I have one potential property in Beverly Hills and the other in San Bernardino, if the return is 10% on each, you'd probably rather take the one in Beverly Hills because the risk is lower that the tenants won't pay. But also the value of the property will likely appreciate faster and withstand a recession better. Reason being that better locations have more demand because they are more desirable to live and spend time in. That means that rents and values stay high and generally keep going up. Even in 2008 during the recession, values and rents didn't change much in the more desirable areas. Connected closely to risk is effort levels. Again, if all else was equal, would you rather have a 10% return on investment that requires your constant attention, such as starting a new business, or a 10% return on investment, such as lending money, and all you have to do is sit back and wait for their monthly payments? I'd probably choose the one where I have to do less, if the return is going to be the same. It's never this simple, but the concept is, and I pay attention to how much time each investment is going to take, because time and effort is money. If I put my time in one spot, I can't put it somewhere else. And this is crucial for me because my most valuable skill is strategic thinking. The more time I have to think thoughtfully and weigh choices, the more successful I'm going to be. I always try to work smart first, not hard. Too often at the beginning of my career, I spun my wheels by trying to move as fast as possible, when really, if I worked strategically, I ended up moving faster overall. Next up in understanding ROI is time frame. When I review different investment opportunities, one of the questions I ask myself is, when am I going to get that money back? And most often, you don't get all the money back at the same time. It's usually in increments. You can also invest your own time to make money and a return. When you're starting out, sometimes that's what you have to do if you don't have any money to invest. You can get a job to make money. That's a form of return on work time invested. Dollars per hour matters. Even when you look at a real estate investment, understanding the amount of time you'll need to put in should be in the equation. I estimate I put in about 150 to 200 hours into each real estate project currently, compared to when I first started buying property and I had to put in many more hundreds of hours. I pay attention to how much time I need to invest and what kind of return I'm going to get back for that time. There are complicated formulas to really nail this down. IRR, internal rate of return, or NPV, net present value. At the beginning, I learned these formulas and tried to use them often. Ultimately, they're not useful. It's like getting an MRI for a headache. Not necessary most of the time. It has its uses, but we'll get there in a future video. You can also invest your time into yourself. Personal investment is maybe the best form of investment, but it's hard to truly value. It can have long-term effects that can make you more money than any other investment. If you're happy, you can focus and build your business. This is how we become the best versions of ourselves. By improving ourselves and the money we have, we can truly feel accomplished and set up a life to be proud of. Next up is the enjoyability factor. I don't think people give enough thought to this. Happiness is the journey, not the destination. This applies directly to what investment route you choose. I'd rather have a 25% return on investment than a 40% return if I'm going to be miserable for a whole year doing the 40% option. Again, it's rarely so black and white with just choosing an option, but I spent a lot of time thinking about the process of getting a particular ROI. What am I personally going to have to do, and how will it impact my life? Hard work does not mean not enjoyable. In fact, I love working hard on tasks that I'm passionate about. There are few things more rewarding than working hard and getting a payoff. This is where knowing yourself really matters. Our likes and dislikes as people vary greatly. That's why I never push on one path for anyone. It's always different, and you are the best judge of what matters to you. Some people love doing construction and being part of that process. I personally do not. I like strategic thinking, working with others that I know, like, and trust. I like seeing growth and managing money. So I always try to make sure I'm part of those aspects whenever possible. I analyze if I can leverage out the pieces I simply don't enjoy. It's not just that I don't enjoy them. It's also that I won't do as good of a job on tasks I don't enjoy. My business partner is a master at design and construction. He does a far better job on these pieces than I ever could. However, this is sometimes a luxury that comes as you progress in expertise and have money at your disposal. When you first start investing, you often have to take on projects you don't want to. It's part of the game. I did it and still do it with many various tasks. I remember when I spent my time renting my units personally. One common thing I tell myself when doing something I don't enjoy is, this is only temporary until it makes sense to leverage it out. I try to value my time because, again, I mainly want to be focused on overall strategy, the big decisions that can be the difference between making and losing hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is how I think critically about my business and life. I hope this video resonates with you. Watch it a few times, let it sink in, then go out, put these skills into action. This is just the beginning because I've got so much more I really want to share. Please like, comment, subscribe, ask questions, and let's get into a discussion. Till next time, I'll catch you later. And remember, the best ROI is you.